You have to take a very important decisions now. Like some of you are in dilemma whether to go for a revision exams and test series like that. I clearly evaluated what are the pros and cons of test series and revision exams and giving you here. Watch till the end. Personally, my choice is I never recommend anybody to go for test series or revision exams. You know, I'll give you logical reasoning why. You just think of it. Whatever reasons I'm going to show you, you just think of it. Don't just conclude by reading these. Just listen to my explanation exactly so that you understand. Now, so whether you are a CA into September student or CA final November student, some of you are probably getting already telecalling or bulk SMS or promotional messages from so many institutes that join for revision exams, join for test series like that. Don't do that. If at all that is really a powerful model, they will not run behind you. Getting it? Do you ever get from Sreshta, join our course, join this course, join that course, a kind of telecalling or any kind of a message like that? Never. Because basically students come to us and they buy voluntarily and they go further. They spread whatever the goodness that we are doing. If at all revision exams and test series are really powerful, they will not run behind you. And one more thing. The biggest con in test series is order of exams, chapter order in which exam is conducted. For example, whether you are a CA inter student or CA final student, you might have went for coaching. Coaching is nothing but, remember, it's a way of preparation. It's actually the first preparation in any course. Coaching is the first preparation for that particular course. So that's the first preparation. The first preparation in what order you learned, the chapter order that you followed when you're learning, that is very, very important, and that impacts a lot your revision. Like you might be following some X faculty, Y faculty, or Z faculty, some different faculties. Each of them will have a different order, and you already habituated to that order. You understood the subject in a particular order. But whereas when you're going for revision exams and test series, the order in which they will conduct exam, the chapters in the order of chapters in which they conduct exam is altogether different. Getting it? They are not bothered about in which order you learned, which is the right order also they are not bothered. Most of the revision exams and test series, what they do, they first pick big chapters. Getting it? High weightage, big chapters they first pick up. And they first test in the initial 2-3 weeks, big chapters. I see many test series centers testing like this. Getting it? They don't care whether you can cope up with this chapter at the beginning or not. They don't care, because for them, this is suitable according to them. Getting it? They just conduct, which is not at all suitable for majority of the students. Then one more thing, this is order of chapter. This is completely contradicting. Remember, when you are revising, when you are preparing for exams, the order in which you started the subject, the order of chapters in which you started the subject, that plays an important role. For example, take CA final audit or CA inter audit. In both the cases, we have a chapter called audit report. In most of the test series and revision exams, audit report is tested at middle or last. Whereas you see my marathon classes, I cover it at the beginning of the particular revision class, audit report. And in fact, if at all you understand the audit report topics superb, whether you're a CA inter or final, you understand the remaining topics very, very comfortably. And that's why many people like my marathon. It's not just about my articulation or explanation, the order in which I take up the subject, that drives a lot your understanding. So in exam test series also, audit report something that should be at first. Likewise, for every subject, there is an order in which it has to be tested. So order of exam is something that I absolutely contradict with the test series or revision exams. 2, incomplete preparation. You know what happens generally? They like in a test series and revision exams, what generally happen is you will be given some 8 weeks schedule or 6 week schedule or 12 weeks schedule, kind of. They'll give you a schedule. Every week 1 or 2 exams will be there. For that, there is some targeted syllabus is there. 99% I am sure that 90% of the students will not complete the target syllabus. Whatever that few chapters are there for the coming week, they will not complete. They will cover some 6 to 7, some 60% of the syllabus. That too, They will not, they will not do in-depth proper research. They somehow, next week exam is there, somehow I should study. Whatever I studied, that's enough. Let's go and write the exam. And 30 to 40% of the targeted content he'll leave. He left already. Now, by the way, in the next week, will he cover this pending portion? No. He will be focusing on the next week exam again, next week target syllabus. In that again, he will only study 60 to 70% because that's how he can study. Getting it? 60 to 70%, that too with a moderate understanding. Somehow he want to go and write the exam. He's chasing. What you are doing in test series and revision exams, you are continuously chasing. Tell me one answer. Give me this answer. Sincerely, you give me this answer. You recently wrote May exam, right? When you're writing the answer, suddenly your pen stops. Suddenly your pen stops. Or when you're reading a question, suddenly you stopped at a particular point. Is it because you don't have exam practice, or is it because you didn't understand that question? Exactly. You didn't understand that point which is tested in the exam. You didn't understand that point, how to do that adjustment, how to understand what is the answer for that particular question. You are not able to recall. You didn't understand. You have never seen in your particular preparation process itself. In your preparation, you haven't seen that. Now tell me, which test series, how many tests, how many exams if you write earlier will solve this issue? None. Even if you write 100, if at all you have never seen this adjustment in those test series, you will never look at it. Many students are, see, what is the best way to prepare? I'll tell you what is preparation according to me. Suppose a subject is there, a chapter is there, a chapter has some 10 concepts. Each concept has some 3 to 4 adjustments. Like 10 concepts multiplied by 4 adjustments, 40 adjustments for their example. Suppose there is a chapter called consolidation. In CA inter accounts is there, CA final accounts it is there, 5 consolidation. Some 40 adjustments you have to learn. Only if you learn all these 40 adjustments, you can answer any kind of exam. But how students are seeing test series, which is a wrong perception. By writing more and more exams, I will be tested more and more models so that I can prepare them. If that is the case, are you really doing that? Like in some next week exam conducted, some new model they tested. Are you coming back and trying to figure out what are all new models are there so that you will be covering them? You will not be doing that because you already have a next week target, next week exam. So with the view to, like what many are doing is, because they have to chase the next weekend exam, next week whatever exam target is there, whether they complete full portion, full concept coverage, 100% adjustments coverage, whether they complete it or not, somehow they are finishing off and going and writing the exam. Remember, in CA inter or final, whatever it is, here you are writing some 3 or 4 chapters together, or 2 or 3 chapters like that. But the kind of attitude that requires for you in a ultimate exam is, you should be able to answer 100% syllabus. You should be able to, you should write the exam on 100% syllabus. That's why what I tell is, mock test is best. For a proper and realistic evaluation, write mock test. That is what really decides your caliber. That is what really decides your preparation. Mock test you write. ICA is conducting 2 series, series 1, series 2. 2 series they are conducting, 2 series mock test you write. By then you try to finish your preparation. Getting it? So incomplete preparation, what majority students are doing, week 1, 60 to 70% of the target syllabus they completed. Week 2, some 50 to 60% they completed. Week 3, 60% completed. Week 4, 60% completed. Week 5, he realizes that, every week I'm ignoring so much of syllabus, it is piling up, the pending syllabus is piling up. How should I, when will I cover? If I go with the schedule, I will be leaving so much. And he will be in a state of mind where he loses lots of confidence. Those of you who experienced the situation, please comment it below the video. Let people know what you are facing. Huge dropouts in the middle. Most of the revision exams I see, most of the test series I see, they only attempt 40 to 50% of the weekend exams. 50% they leave. They will not even attend. Because they realize this after a month, after 1.5 months of time wastage, this will not work out. Let me sit and study first. Exams later. First I have to study first. First you have to study. Comprehensive coverage. 3/4 syllabus. 3/4 means 10 chapters are there. 7 chapters you have to study. 3/4 syllabus. First all the chapters 100% nook and corner study. Then you think about exam. First prepare. Then you write exam. Don't chase exams. Don't prepare for the sake of weekend exam. Prepare for the sake of ultimate exam that you're going to write in September or November. And so indirectly it is affecting your overall schedule. Now, you know what is one advantage which students always claim, and which I also agree, is because of a revision exams and test series, sir, we will have a schedule of preparation. We will have a timetable so that we can at least sit and follow blind to the timetable. But it is not happening. This test series is only suitable for 10% of the students. Who are the 10%? These students are the one who completed entire coaching perfectly, or self-preparation perfectly. No regrets in the coaching or preparation process. They covered 100% of the concepts, 100% of the adjustments. Getting it? If at all they fail in result, the reason is because they didn't study properly, or they didn't revise properly. Getting it? They have 100% proper clarity, everything they covered. Just that they just have to quickly revise, go and write the exam. Revise, go and write the exam. Revise, go and write the exam. Only for them it is suitable. But majority students who failed in exams, who even those who qualified also, whatever it is, majority of the students who are writing exams, they are mainly lacking in coverage of the syllabus, coverage of the concepts, coverage of the adjustments. There they are lacking. It's not that they don't have writing practice. You just think of the situation. You gave May attempt, right? You are unable to write further a particular answer. What is the reason? Is it because you are unable to write because you don't have writing practice, or is it because you didn't understand the point? It's clearly you didn't understand that point. So realize, evaluate. Just because people around you are saying test series revision exams will give you a schedule, it will give you some boost up in the energy, it will make you proper discipline. Don't believe that. If result is not there, what is the use of discipline, man? Getting it? Discipline, commitment, courage, all these elements will work only when you have competence. Only when you have competence. Getting it? What is most important is competence, and you can get that competence only by a proper research and preparation. You will never get competence by testing. Generally you see driving test, you see, before they give you a certificate license, one time only they will test. Do you go for everyday driving test? You learned today some car, little bit you learned, immediately going and testing yourself. No, you first learn driving, first prepare, then you test at a time. That's why mock test. No, that's why mock test. Mock test is, again, remember, this is not just to test your preparation, everything. It is a way to, through mock test you will understand how speed you need to write, how fast you need to write. If at all you are slow, you understand that, okay, fine, I need to increase my speed. So you understand that. Getting it? So be careful while choosing test series and revision exams. My strict and sincere recommendation is don't choose at all. Most of the All India rankers, some of them promote, but none of them have given proper, revision exams. They don't attend revision exams and tests. Mainly they focus on preparation. Getting it? Ask your friends, ask your juniors, ask your seniors. They will tell you. Never ask them, have you paid a test series? They will pay. Ask them, have you attended all the exams in the test series, like 12-week schedule? Have you attended all? That is the right question you should ask. I just want to convey this. Okay. Put your time on preparation. Even that whatever 3-4 hours in a week exam that you are going to write, 6-7 hours exam, that time also dedicate for revising whatever you studied. That will give you more value addition. Getting it? Go and attempt mock test. That's more than enough. Believe me, I never wrote in my CFNL. First of all, I'm a self-preparation. I never went for any exam. I qualified. Recently, there is an All India rank, 23rd rank for one of our student, audit 60 exemption. She didn't write tests to best of my knowledge. Getting it? So it's not required. Remember, mock test is important. I'm telling you, mock test is very important, because that's like a trial. Getting it? Before you go and write the ultimate exam, that's a trial. That's it. All the very best. Do well. Take decisions wisely.